Our pilgrimage begins at the reliquary of Saint Herman, Kodiak, and on to Kadam, his birthplace. First stop, Kamchatka. This is the Holy Trinity Cathedral in Petropavlovsk. We had a Molebin service for safe travels and then served a nice meal. It was our first taste of Russian food. After arriving to Moscow, we were met by Father Dmitry and his son Anatoly, and then we left for Postupovo, which has one of Russia's oldest monasteries. We arrived late in the night, ate, and went to bed. The next morning, we attended Divine Liturgy, and then had a tour of the monastery by Father Melchizedek.
Lived in that city.
И вот они идут вдвоем по главной улице города, по проспекту.
And imagine the two of them walking along the main boulevard of that city.
Толпы народа, шум автомобилей.
There are crowds everywhere and cars honking.
И вдруг
As late as it was, Matushka, Ustinya, and other local people had been waiting at the monastery gate to greet us. It was a special experience to finally arrive to the birthplace of Saint Herman. We sang the Chopar of Saint Herman, and then the monastery Matushki fed us. The next morning, we went to Hierarchal Divine Liturgy with Bishop Dionisi. This day also marked the 20-year anniversary of the monastery's reopening since its close in the communist time. The Matushki's cooking was always very beautifully displayed and super tasty. Caviar and swan desserts, isn't that amazing? This is the Transfiguration Cathedral that existed in the time of Saint Herman. When the communists took over, they used the building as a sewing school for girls. They let the church, which was already old, deteriorate, but the government just recently gave back the building. This is a common sad story, but they are in the process of fixing it up. It sits on a hill overlooking Kadam, a very beautiful sight. The first day of school is a big holiday in Russia. It is called the National Children's Day of Knowledge. We were lucky to be there to experience the day with them. Just about everybody participates. There's speeches, performance, kids are dressed up, parents are there, grandparents, mayor of Cottam, and the priest. It's all around a big event. Here is an official greeting into school by the seniors to the kindergarten.
Будут видеть наше поведение, и это будет главным воспитательным примером для них. Всем вам желаю помощи Божией в учебе, в обучении, в воспитании. Благословение Божие да пребудет со всеми вами. С праздником вас!
And so officially the school year begins. Each student dressed so well and brought a bouquet of flowers for their teacher. What a little gentleman, he's got a bright future.
Пятиклассники вместе с гостями из Аляски.
Это небо и солнце, это хлеб на столе и родное оконце по забытым себе. Берегите Россию, без нее вам не жить, берегите ее, чтобы вечными не быть. Нашей правдой и силой.
Еще минуточку, ваша месячество. Статус города России до 1926 года. Затем сельское население. С 1958 года поселок городского типа. Так, спасибо, девочки. В 1937 году из Москвы.
It was very nice to be invited on their special day, and they enjoyed hearing about the life of Saint Herman and Alaskan life. We made another visit to Cottam Trade School and presented and shared with the older students. In falling asleep, you did not forsake the world, O Theotokos.
Московского и всея Руси, Свято-Троицкие Сергиевы лавры, священного архимандрита и господина Высокопреосвященнейшего Марка, митрополита Рязанского и Михайловского,
After service, folk music, celebration, and food.
Кого надо видела.
One foggy morning, we drove to Savatma and had Divine Liturgy with Father Sergei in the Nativity of Christ Cathedral. As you can see, it was a very beautiful service where the babushki sang and chanted all from memory. Very prayerful. Father Sergei blessed the girls to climb the bell tower and ring the bells. The views from the bell towers were always amazing. So much warm hospitality and talent in Father Sergei's home. A filmmaker and music.
Товарищ, правда, ты только будь, пожалуйста, со мною. Товарищ, правда.
And a talented carpenter. Each day was very eventful, but there was always time for tea.
We arrived to the university where the conference was held. We were all looking forward to learning from each other about the Russian Alaska time period and the life of Saint Herman.
Vladika Dionysy was very kind to give us a tour of the sacred, beautiful site, the Kremlin of Ryazan. It's very overwhelming to learn the long history and see so much detail and care given to each church. It's very beautiful. Overflowing blessings. Many holy and sacred relics brought healing.
On the way back to Cottam, we got a chance to stop at the holy springs of Saint Seraphim. The 3 little huts you see are for parishioners to go in. You have to take all your clothes off and dunk in the holy spring. This is what it looks like inside the hut. You can't tell by the picture, but the water was very cold. And we got to drink holy water afterwards. It was an amazing experience.
I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, it's incredible. You're totally blessed.
Many people from far and near come to Cottam to receive a blessing and spiritual advice from Father Afanasi. As you can see, he is a very prayerful man, God-fearing. On the other side of the world are brothers and sisters, spiritual children of Saint Herman. Our pilgrimage has been made possible with the many God-sent angels to clear a path and guide us along the way, and especially the interceding prayers of our Father Herman of Pangjuk. Cottam opened their homes and their hearts to us, local women's monastery and men's monasteries, and many blessed prayers and communion together. This pilgrimage is a laborious, culminating effort of so many on both sides, Russia and Alaska, truly blessed by God to unite the spiritual children of Blessed Father Herman. Hours of communicating, planning, and string pulling, especially by our guide, Alaska Daria Semyanov, and patient and kind Kadam host, Father Dmitry. So many unexpected blessings along the way. It has been a humbling and joyful, adventurous and physically challenging and spiritualizing, energizing all at once. Slava Bogu, glory to God. Nan rauch zu Agayun.